JUCOs, bounce-back JUCOs. Then the 2024 class is being put together, and they've got 8 or 9 commits there. So what do you want to hit on? Do you want to hit on these last couple of players have added for 2023 or 2024 where, you remember, they were out on the recruiting trail giving a lot of offers to 24s, 25s, and 26s?
Yeah, I think they really got ahead of the game with the 24 and 25 class, getting out and offering at least. I mean, there's hundreds of guys that they're just sending out offers that it's just like, it seems almost ridiculous. But they had a plan. They wanted to hit the ground running, and they've done that. And they've landed some pretty solid commits so far for that 2024 group. I think it's interesting because the 2023 class, which is going to be what we're going to see, first things first for this Barry Odom group, is where we wanted to see some holes filled. And we both lamented that the offensive line, or both fronts, really need some help as far as bulking up. And they have addressed that need in a couple of transfers that came in to maybe hopefully beef up the offensive line. Will Thompson from New Mexico State is a massive human being. So hopefully he's able to make a splash up front. We'll see. And that I think I can't really make up my mind which is more interesting, because I do think that the bowl expectations of this season have piqued my interest. And the roster obviously is going to have a big deal to do with that. Who all they can get in the door in fall and get up to speed by the end of fall camp is going to be huge. But projecting out and looking at what they've been able to do to turn the program for the future is, I think, is also just as interesting. But overall, the consensus is they've done a great job recruiting to what they need and recruiting heavily and being aggressive in the recruiting market. And I don't think that has necessarily been the case at all times in UNLV history. I think it's been more of the selective recruiting, kind of understanding or not trying to outkick your coverage, so to speak, in the recruiting trail. But it seems like Barry Odom has a green light to go after whoever he thinks will best suit the roster. And he's landed a couple of big fish so far, which is why the recruiting class right now is where it's ranked in the conference at number 1 and top 50 nationally. So it's worked for them so far, and we'll see if it pans out as far as, guys staying, not as much roster attrition, kind of building a program brick by brick. And these 2024, 25 pieces start to collect together. And before you know it, you got a competitive roster in the future.
Yeah, I don't remember them ever having 8 or 9 commits for the next class in the May of the year before. I mean, that's impressive. And it means that the work they put in has convinced some kids. And like you mentioned, some kids who had Big 12 and SEC offers in the case of the Kansas City area linebacker Lasser. And they just got a kid the other night from the Galveston, Texas area who was offered as a D-back by Ole Miss and Oregon. So those are some of the high-level guys, plus 3 or 4 local players, which is really important to get those inroads to the local scene. So really good stuff from Odom and company. Caleb, what do you got planned this weekend? Anything big?
This weekend I will be attending a union of holy matrimony.
Oh, that's right.
A dear friend of mine,
that's
and
right.
Former UNLV Rebel himself. Bo and Savannah are tying it out. I'm excited to attend that this weekend. That's going to be huge. Hopefully it's going to be a Rebel gathering. There's going to be a lot of alumni there, I'm sure. But that's pretty much it. Outside of that, and enjoying some more Stanley Cup finals on Saturday with the rest of the city. I will be, doing that and kicking off summer. The kids are out of school. So going to be having fun with my Rugrats outside of that. So it's going to be an eventful and fun weekend for me.
Tell Bo and Savannah that I wish them well and I said hi. So I'm sure they're kind of busy today, and they're going to kind of be busy the rest of the day. But have fun tonight. That should be good. That should be really good.
All right, man. Appreciate it. I'll let them know for sure.
All right, I'll see you, Caleb. There he is, Caleb Herring, the former UNLV quarterback. Big weekend for sports. We got Stanley Cup final going down tomorrow night. You got a couple of Aces games going down as well. Watch party coming up with ESPN Las Vegas. That's on Sunday. Lindsey Brown's going to be on the road with at Buffalo Wild Wings. Lindsey from Raider Nation Radio 920. It's the BWW on North Durango. She'll be there from 1 to 3 as the Aces are going to be on the road taking on the Indiana Fever at Buffalo Wild Wings right now. You got really good specials like the 1-and-1 special. You get a burger, and you will get 6 wings on the side for just $1. It's Buffalo